The way we promoted it was we had targeted display and social ads for this piece. We had an email signature banner that went out with every single outbound email that we sent. We did that with the Terminus email experiences functionality. And then we also sent out a mass email to our whole email database because we knew this was going to be a piece that most people would enjoy, because who doesn't love The Office? And then within the experience, we took it one step further. We actually used Terminus Chat to create a personalized chat bot that you could chat with different Dunder-Mifflin characters. So our incredible ABM team here, who are like chat experts, basically got to have a super fun time of creating a bunch of different chat bots for like Pam and Jim and Dwight, and you could chat with a bunch of people from Dunder-Mifflin within the content experience. So total surround sound approach. Now, the launch went incredibly well. Like, it was received really well. That doesn't always happen. There have been plenty of launches that we've had. For example, when we launched our Cards Against Marketing game, which ended up doing very, very well, but not until months later. Like, when we initially launched Cards Against Marketing, I am not afraid to say it was kind of a flop. Like, we had maybe 5 people order decks. All of a sudden, 4 months later, when we did a re-push of it, we had a couple people have physical decks in their hands and people started sharing it, had a total viral effect. So then we did another campaign around it, and now we've sold hundreds of decks of that card game. And it was so much fun. So not every launch is going to go off without a hitch. You're not going to get the numbers you need, which is where amplification of your content comes into play. Now, resharing 4 months later isn't really our vibe. Like, we do it, but we know there's a better way to do it. Because if you didn't get people the first time, there's a lot of stuff at play, but more than likely it was the format or the channel or something like that. So we like to take the content we've written, repurpose it in a way. So with that piece of content, with the ebook, we said, let's make it a webinar. Let's add in some trivia questions. Let's incentivize people to join with the fun office trivia aspect, but then also talk about, hey, this is actually a pretty high level education on how ABM can work within your business, but we're going to talk about it within the case of Dunder-Mifflin. So it made a high level educational concept really fun and digestible. And then the trivia on top of it with prizes. Like, it was a hit. We had 400 people register for that webinar. We obviously followed up with the ebook in our follow-up reach out. So that was a whole 400 other people who had eyes on the original ebook, but then also 400 people who watched this webinar and listened to Brad and Ottavio Dottolo, our other team member, talk through what ABM is and talk through how it could help a company like Dunder-Mifflin. So that was incredible, and we enjoyed that kind of repurposing as well. Then, because that's not enough, you got to keep going. Then we turned that webinar recording into a show on our TTV channel. TTV is actually very exciting. We just launched this a little bit ago. TTV is Terminus's streaming channel, so you can get it on Amazon Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, and then it's also a desktop app that you can get, and it's basically just all of our bingeable video content. So we repurpose our webinars and we put them on TTV so that people can continue to watch them and consume them on their own time. We do gate it. So we got 100 additional leads captured through putting how ABM could have helped Dunder-Mifflin, the webinar recording, on TTV. That's a whole new audience that we've reached in their own time. And then also we use Wistia for hosting our videos, which gives us very deep analytics into watching patterns. And so then we were able to see exactly where the drop-off was in this webinar recording, how many people stayed on to the end, how many people stayed, were there spikes in engagement in certain places. We were able to see all that, and that helps us to refine and figure out our webinar strategy moving forward. So as you can see, with this whole amplification of our content, not only did we get more leads and more eyes on our content, but we also got deeper data and analytics on our customers' behaviors, which helps then, here's the continuum, helps cycle through and influence the next phase and chapter of our Terminus content strategy.